This treaty sets the stone solid. It carves the pathway to ensure and enshrine that our government will be recognized. I am not a group. I am not an organization. I'm not an advocacy group. I am a government. And that's what they need to understand.
It's a moment the Red River Métis have been waiting for. On Saturday, the Manitoba Métis Federation and Canada signed the Red River Métis Self-Government Recognition and Implementation Treaty. It's the first for Canada and the Métis.
The first of its kind Métis Treaty will recognize the Manitoba Métis Federation as the government of the Red River Métis.
It has often been said that we are all treaty people. But what about the Métis? It has often been said that we are all treaty people, and from today on, there can be no doubt that that includes the Red River Métis.
This modern-day treaty will affirm the MMF's right to self-government and lawmaking powers over its citizenship, elections, and other operations.
To achieving a vision that we waited 154 years to get to. That's a long time. But one thing you know for the Métis, we don't give up.
But how did we get here? In 1870, the Manitoba Act brought Manitoba, Canada's 5th province, into Confederation. The Act included provisions for the Métis, including bilingual schools and 1.4 million acres of land. But many of those promises were broken.
It was here at Red River that the provisional government negotiated the Manitoba Act, which led Manitoba joining Confederation. But it was also here at Red River, quite literally under our feet, that Canada committed a reign of terror. Canada committed a reign of violence, of intimidation, and that Canada failed to honor the land and the economic terms of the Manitoba Act.
In 2013, the MMF won a land claim against Canada. The Supreme Court ruled that Canada failed to implement Sections 31 and 32 of the Manitoba Act that promised land for the children of Red River Métis.
You heard people speak of our land claim. That took 143 years for us to find justice in this country. Why is it that we had to go to court to fight for it? Because no one wanted to recognize who we are. Nobody wanted to recognize that we're rights-bearing people.
In 2021, an agreement was signed with Canada recognizing the MMF as the existing democratically elected government of the Manitoba Métis. In 2023, 4,000 MMF delegates unanimously supported the treaty. And on Saturday, MMF President David Chartrand and Crown-Indigenous Relations Minister Gary Anandasangaree made it official.
I'm 64. I will probably enjoy the treaty for a short time. But it's not about me, it's about the next generation. The treaty will be the foundation where we will build the pillars that will ensure what our people's needs are, whatever they are, will be addressed within that pillar.
Next, the federal government must introduce legislation into Parliament that, if passed, would bring their treaty into effect. Chartrand said the federal Liberals, NDP, Bloc Québécois, and Greens have stated that they'll support the treaty. APTN reached out to Conservative Party leader Pierre Poilievre's office asking if they are also in support. They did not respond by airtime. It is also unclear how the signing affects the rights of Treaty Indians. If legislated, the first modern Métis treaty would receive constitutional protection. Sierra Bettens, APTN National News, Winnipeg.